The line that separates a civil society from a lawless one is drawn in the sand every day by police and prosecutors. Their job is to deal with the worst of the worst, to investigate, arrest, prosecute, and bring to justice those who choose to violate our laws and victimize others. By definition, the job of a district attorney seeking to jail criminals is a dangerous one. But it's what we do. It's what we signed up for. And honestly, if a DA isn't threatened at some point in his or her career, they're probably not doing their job. But rarely, if ever, do those threats result in the murder of not one, but two prosecutors. Hello and welcome to Justice. I'm Judge Jeanine Pirro. Thanks for joining us tonight. On January 31st, top felony prosecutor Mark Hasse of the Kaufman County DA's office in Texas was gunned down in the parking lot on his way to the courthouse. And last Saturday, less than 2 months later, his boss, District Attorney Mike McClelland, and his wife Cynthia were shot and killed in their own home. And this week, in an unprecedented move, Assistant U.S. Attorney Jay Heilman from the Southern District of Texas withdrew from the very case the Kaufman County DA's office worked on, citing his own security concerns. Now, throughout the history of this country, DAs have been virtually immune from any kind of violence. Even the bad guys have rules, a moral code that you just don't kill certain people.
What are you going to do? Nice college boy, huh? Didn't want to get mixed up in the family business? Now you want to gun down a police captain, why, because he slapped you in the face a little bit?
Where does it say that you can't kill a cop?
Very little is actually gained by killing a prosecutor. The case doesn't fold. Everyone knows if you kill one prosecutor, there are more who will simply replace him to try that case. In fact, in the last century, there have been just 13 murders of American prosecutors, some of them not even related to their work as DAs. Yet in places like Mexico, Colombia, and Sicily, violence against law enforcement can be a daily fare. The murder of police, prosecutors, and judges is a way of life, a way to rule the courts, a way to control the criminal justice system. The message is an unmistakable one. Don't mess with us. So why is this happening in the United States now? Before his brutal murder, D.A. McClelland was a chief law enforcement officer of a county through which Interstate 20, a known drug corridor, ran. His office was also part of a statewide drug task force whose efforts culminated in the indictment of 34 members of the Aryan Brotherhood of Texas. It wasn't the first time this D.A. McClelland had battled the Aryan Brotherhood. At the end of last year, he won a conviction where 2 life sentences were meted out. And a statewide bulletin had been issued to law enforcement officials, including Kaufman County, that the Aryan Brotherhood was planning retaliation after that indictment. So to many, it would seem probable that the recently indicted Aryan Brotherhood, whose members have a history with Kaufman County and D.A. McClelland, are responsible. Now, to most of us, the Aryan Brotherhood, Texas or anywhere else, is simply a violent, white, supremacist, racist gang. So is this about racial hatred? I see something different. I see and I think that white supremacy has very little to do with these murders. When you peel back the layers of the onion and actually read the federal indictment against those 34 members of Aryan Brotherhood, Texas, the charges are racketeering. Okay, an organized crime, white supremacy gang charged with racketeering, but why? Peel back again. These individuals are charged with murders, attempted murders, kidnappings, assaults, and conspiracy. For what? Conspiracy to distribute methamphetamine and cocaine. What's that got to do with white supremacy? Maybe it has nothing to do with white supremacy. Maybe the Aryan Brotherhood, Texas, has changed its original mission. Maybe this is about business and not ideology. Maybe this is about turning a profit. Now, I'm not the first person to think this up. Here's one of my favorite shows.
30 kilos of uncut Colombian cocaine. Give it a safe ride, gentlemen. We'll be up in a few days to check on the operation.
The National Gang Intelligence Center says the Aryan Brotherhood works directly with the Mexican cartels to protect the cartel's smuggling routes, to collect debts, transport illicit goods, and execute rival drug traffickers. And declassified FBI papers identify the Aryan Brotherhood, Texas, as hitmen and narcotics traffickers for the Mexican drug cartels. One Aryan Brotherhood leader just recently admitted to bringing hundreds and hundreds of pounds of methamphetamines into Texas for the Mexican drug cartels. Clearly, there's more to this than white supremacy. Is it possible the Mexican drug cartels are moving into the United States and enforcing justice the way they do in their own country? Is it possible that the murders of these prosecutors was part of a message that the line in the sand between a civilized and lawless society has been erased?